I'm Jodie and I work for Moors for the Future Partnership, and welcome to our Bogtastic experience. I'm going to show you around. This van can travel around the Peak District and South Pennines, going to communities that we want to share our message about how wonderful our blanket bogs are. So when we take the van out and about, we go to towns and cities, we sometimes go to events and country shows, we sometimes park in kind of popular car parks, anywhere we think we can engage with people, but in particular we're trying to bring the Bogtastic message to people who live in towns and cities but are who are kind of close to the moors. So we're really trying with this to get people to come and have a look and to attract people to come and have a chat to us and find out what they know about the moors and what we can tell them about the moors. And we do this in a number of ways. So we've got the really beautiful artwork on the sides to show kind of the vibrant, fun and beautiful colours of the moors. And then we have kind of a number of models that we use to kind of talk about some of the aspects that we think are really amazing. So this model here is our Sphagnum model. I mean, it's not very high tech, but it's really popular, and it's particularly popular with kids because they see water and mud and they just think, brilliant, let's go and see what's going on. So kids will come up to us and say, what's this, and we'll show them. And so we talk about how bare peat is really bad news for all sorts of reasons, and what happens when it rains on the moors. So when it rains on bare peat, the peat washes away and the water runs down really quickly, and we can talk to them about flooding, we can talk to them about water quality, and we can just show them, and it really makes sense because they can just see that. And then when we do this one, we talk about sphagnum moss and how amazing it is, when we show them what happens when it rains, when you pour water on sphagnum, and you can really just see the difference. And I'm pouring most of this bottle on. The water still hasn't started coming out, and when it does, it comes out really nice and, well, it isn't. Oh yeah, there you go, it comes out really nice and clean, and it's now on my feet. So that's one of our models. The other one is this Gully blocking model. And this is kind of similar but a bit different. So in this one we're talking about what happens when it rains, we're talking about the flooding message, and we show what happens when it rains on bare peat, and we say, you know, what do you think is going to happen, which is going to be fastest. We talk about a town or city below, and we show that water landing on the hills on bare peat runs really, really fast. When there's vegetation, they can see it coming down much, much slower, and we talk about the surface roughness and how plants improve the surface roughness. And then we tell them about our work to block gullies, which slows the flow even more when you have a network of erosion gullies. So I've poured quite a lot of water on this one, but they'll know, they work it out, and it really helps bring that to life. So I've told you about the models, and they often get people to come and get interested and have a look. But we've found that it's a bit of a barrier for people to actually take the step of going inside the van, and I think that's because there's steps. Partly maybe people feel that they're being asked to do something. All we want is their attention. We're not trying to raise funds or anything, but it can feel like a bit of a barrier. So even though this seems a bit incongruous, we decided to have something that was going to really kind of attract people's attention. And this is great because kids want to come over and play, and then adults come up to us and kind of start chatting. So it's just a good icebreaker, and it's just something kind of colourful and fun. And we decided that the two different colours of the Connect 4 actually match the colours of sphagnum moss. So I don't know, it's a little bit tenuous, but we kind of, well, it definitely helps, especially when you're in a situation where there are people kind of milling around, maybe at near a cafe or at an event. It just brings people and kind of gives that sense of fun and something to do. And definitely children and parents enjoy having a go on this, and then that opens up the conversation. I'll show you inside the van in a minute, but there's just a couple of other things that we have outside that are great fun for kids. So we have a kind of a series of animals that live on the moors and that we want to tell people about. So we've made these basically it's a treasure hunt. We put these around the area, making sure it's safe depending on where we are. And then we have a little tick list, and kids can go around, find the animal, and then find out the name and tick it off. And there's 14 of these, so it's really fun, like another activity for kids to do. And we've also got our Bogtastic trump cards, which we can give out. It's a game for people to play, and it's like top trumps, but with moorland creatures. Try not to drop them. Okay, should we have a look inside? So when people do come inside, this is what they see. We already showed you the kind of panels explaining our messages. And then on this side we've got kind of a mini cinema for people to have a Bogtastic experience all of their own. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to bring the moors to the audience so that they didn't have to go up and see it themselves. So the first thing to look at is when you walk into here, you go onto a springy surface, and this is known as the bog wobble floor. And so people can really experience that spring of walking on a bog, because we wanted people to get an idea of what it's like being on a bog from all the senses. So they'll come and sit down, and the film starts automatically, and you can see that there is
the Peak District and South Pennine Moors.
Quite an immersive experience.
Incredible places right on your doorstep. A legacy worth protecting.
So if you'd like to watch the whole of that film, just go to our website, Moors for the Future, and it's our Bogtastic page. So I'll show you the rest of the van. And what we wanted from the inside of the van was so that people could come in and it would speak for itself. So we don't need to be in here with people. We can just show people up, and then they can help themselves. And what we have here is we have 2 tablets, and we've got some apps on each tablet to kind of engage people. This one's really aimed at kids, and it's all about rebuilding Lizzie Lizard's home after there's been a fire on the moors. So it's getting that message about wildfires and how devastating they are, but also the message about how we fix that problem. And it's quite fun. You just put the fires out, and there's a few steps and stages which kind of illustrate the work that needs to be done after there has been a fire. And eventually Lizzie Lizard's home starts sprouting with new grasses and flowers. And then we can talk about sphagnum when we talk to people outside as well. And then on this tablet there are a couple of our apps. This is the one about sphagnum called More Moss, not just sphagnum, but it kind of shows people all the different varieties of sphagnum, and they can learn more about it. And we've also got the More Plants app on here as well, so that people can just take a look and have a browse. So very much more kind of just help yourself, have a look, and people can do it without any kind of instruction or any talking from us, so that we can be talking to the people outside and giving them a bit more information and having a bit more of an interaction. We've got these leaflets which are all about the fire aware message, protect our moors, and what to do if you come across a wildfire and why. People can take these away, and we sometimes have other leaflets and things to give away depending on what we're doing and where we are. And we do have a bit of a visitor's book that we ask people, well, we just leave out, and people do tend to write something down if they want to. And this is quite a nice example of how it's worked really well. It says, thanks for reminding us how lucky we are to live in such a beautiful part of the UK. We promise to look after it. And so I think that's quite a good illustration of how people have taken the message on that we're trying to put across.